Alright, so follow us along for this week. Today's Tuesday, we're just out here at Pimpama. We're staying with Luke and Alex at the moment on the Gold Coast. So, gonna put in some motos. As I said in Toowoomba, I was hurting in those motos, so got to make sure I get some more laps under me. Don't let that slide. So today the goal is we've just done a warm-up. Gonna go and do a 25-minute, and then we're gonna do some back-to-back motos to finish. Should be solid. Just want to get all the laps in, even if it's not at 100%, just to increase that speed, increase that fitness throughout a moto. So that's the goal today, and we'll see what we get up to.
Who won?
Oh, Luke smoked me.
I'm like, ride it like a unicycle. Have that front wheel nearly underneath your body so you get as much weight and control over it as you possibly can, and then just all throttle control to be able to control the rear end.
Yeah.
Because the first thing you're going to do is tuck the front, put the foot down, or tuck it and hit the ground.
Yeah.
And it's not worth it, like especially with knees or whatever, ankles, knees. The last thing you want to do is go tuck the front, put the foot down. Because as soon as you put the foot down, you lift the bike upright anyway. Then you screw on the corner. So I prefer to throw that body weight a touch further over than you usually would.
See, that's it's like I'm trying to protect my hip by not going on the front.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm like, if I'm on the front tucks, it's like my leg has to go down.
Yeah.
If I'm over the back, I feel like I can sort of like stand it up and like.
Yeah, yeah.
But what your way is like the only way you can get the weight on there. I just got to trust myself and like realize that my hip's gonna be.
Yeah.
Like it just is what it is. It's just mistakes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like what you said, like just coming in too hot or whatever, and then not trusting straight away. And it's like then you just know you can't put a heap of weight in the front mid-turn because you're going to tuck. So it's like I just about come to a stop and then I roll off again.
Yeah. When we go out for the sprints, honestly, go on the sight lap, go and just throw your body weight a little bit further. It doesn't mean you have to get your leg right up, like as much as you probably want to get that leg up, keep it away from the ground, get the body further over, feel that front end compress that a little bit more, and how much more traction you get over that front end. Like you might break traction a little bit more in that rear end, but just be 450, just high gear and just roll. Like I think I run on third, even through the tighter corners, I run third and just use that clutch if I need it just a little bit, just to let it drive, because you just break traction, especially the tyres had a few hours on it.
Look at it.
There's 2 seconds the lap.
There's not many lobs left on her.
Yeah, just straight into it.
Yeah.
So once we go over there.
Yeah, I reckon.
I nearly went into that tree, that line that we sweep out. Like you pretty much
I saw it. I saw your line.
I ducked that big tree on the left like this. I rolled out of the main line just a little bit and I was aiming for it.
And it was like, you could see it from like before the jump, after the jump, the whole way. It was like everywhere.
Because we made it like a little, like a cushion, and I rode over the top of the cushion. You see my lines are straight over the top.
It's 18 minutes now, so that's pretty well the 5's done. Oh, my helmet's wet. back at Luke and Alex's now. Just got some dinner. Michaela's cooked up some salmon and salad. Bit more editing for this video. But no, solid day on the bike. Luke smoked me all day long, but he usually does there. So I learned a bit. I got quicker and quicker and I got the motos in. So happy about that. I just want to sort of push myself a little bit these next few weeks, try to regain that fitness that I've lost over the time. So that's the goal. Just gonna have some dinner and recover. All right, so it's Wednesday. Plan was to head to Willowbank and do motos there, but the weather's a bit rainy, so the guys said that they sealed the track and they were open for now. We didn't really want to do the 2-hour drive to then have to turn around, so we've made the call. We're not riding today. So I've pretty well had a bit of an admin day doing some work. Michaela's there organising our life for the next few weeks to see where we're going to be. And Luke's about to take me on a run for the first time in a long time. I haven't ran, I don't think, in like 6 years or something from my hip, but it's been feeling better and better, so I just laid on the foam roller for a while and we'll go and give it a crack. All right, so the run the other day, I haven't spoken to you guys since then. It actually went pretty good. My hip held up sweet, which I was pumped with. I haven't run in years, so I was super stoked that my hip felt fine afterwards. And yeah, it's a bit of a threshold run, and it's cool just to know that I can do that now, because in the van, as you guys have seen, like, we run out of room. I can't fit a cycle bike in or anything like that, so it'll be cool to add that into a bit of training. And then just to update you guys as well, so as I said, my fitness has been struggling or whatever. I've still been able to go to the gym and do my lower body stuff as much as I can, but since that first round crash, my shoulder did get jacked up pretty good, and I haven't really been able to do any upper body stuff. Just trying to balance. Each time I ride, my shoulder's sore again for a while, so trying to balance that, yet still trying to keep it strong. Starting to feel a little bit better and better now, so I'm going to try to add a little bit more gym stuff in. I'm seeing Emil, my trainer from Athletic Base, next week, so that'll be cool. We'll bring the camera along and see what he suggests with that. But yeah, back at the track today. We're 2 weeks out from Maitland, so as I said, I'm trying to get as much riding in as possible to try to up that bike fitness again. Today's goal, 2 25-minute motos, and then some sprints afterwards. So it's going to be a pretty solid day with a warm-up before that as well. So out here at Next Level Ranch, or 275 Compound, Anthony's got the tracks looking unreal, so we'll get Michaela on the camera down there and we'll go put in some laps. That was solid, but I let myself slack a little bit, like the intensity. I really should have been going harder, I think.
Yeah.
Just on the little sections, like there's just little bits here and there around the track.
Just could have been attacking more.
Yeah, just because it's so fast. Like, you think you're coming in fast, but you can still come in faster everywhere. Find myself like coasting in, then I'm like, all right, waiting for the corner to come, then I go, bro, need to just attack it more.
Were your lap times pretty consistent?
Yeah, they were just as fast as the sprints before too. Like, first time was a 24, so that sucked. And then 18.5, 19.9, 26, 20.6, 19.9, 19.3, 19.6, 20.2, 19.0, 19.8, 19.5, 19.8, 19.8, 19.5, 20.2, 19.1 last lap.
Yeah, so pretty consistent.
Man, my feet are like vibrating. I know because it's just so pinned here everywhere. I feel my feet like suspension feels good. I think it might be a little bit soft on the soft side though, because I think if it's rougher, like after this table thing, there's like, I'm like sort of jumping over that little ski, but I'm clipping it and that's kicking me a bit, and then there's a little bump after it, and I go boom, and then I fall in that bump, and then it gives me another big kick. I think it must be going through the stroke too much. But that's sort of what we spoke about even with Sleet. It was like just beef up the stock setting just a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. And you said this one was a bit softer or something, the 21?
Yeah, yeah. But I've changed the settings
Oh, okay.
to stiffen it up a bit.
How was that?
That was good. Mentally, I was drifting,
Yeah.
just like sleeping out there sort of thing. The start was okay, I was like charging, my times weren't that great, but I was like pushing to try to better them. And then I sort of just got in a groove and just sat there rather than kept cruising. It was like my mind was drifting, just thinking about random stuff. I was thinking about tomorrow, and yeah. I think that's probably the thing as well, like mentally I'm probably, I don't know if you call it mental fitness or whatever, but just not doing the motos, it's like my mind just gets tired.
Doesn't like focus that long kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Makes
There's
sense.
so much going on. Alright, showing you a bit of the reality of living in a van. So obviously we've got so much going on with the racing, training, coaching, YouTube, everything we've got going on. And not having a home base, it's hard to keep on top of everything. So today we're in Kingaroy at my old man's place and just trying to smash out everything that we need to do, because I actually haven't had headlights in the van for a little bit now because they blew while we were on the road and just didn't have the time or like anywhere really to pull over and like check it out too much. So it'd be good to drive at night again. So mucked around with a bit of that. Van needs a service. I haven't had a left indicator for a while, haven't had a right brake light for a while. And then inside the van, we've been dealing with no pantry door for a fair while. You can see here, it's just got its new home there. And Michaela is super crowded in here trying to do everything. Front's a mess. So it's just, yeah, it just gets a bit full on the road sometimes to be able to get on top of everything. And then as you can see here, the van's not really, I like to keep the garage pretty clean, and it's definitely not at the moment. Sort of crap everywhere. So big day trying to get on top of everything before we head off again, because we're going to be back on the road for another at least probably 2-3 weeks after this. So big day. Alright, so we've pretty well got none of the stuff done that we wanted to do, except for the lights in the van. Everything else just took way longer than expected, but we needed to get to Fernvale this afternoon / tonight for a podcast with the Moto Limited guys. So basically I was straight from under the van, threw everything back in the van, and then we pinned it along here. So definitely not ready for it, but I'm going to go grab a quick shower there and jump on the podcast and have some fun talking about bikes for a little bit. I'd say with Supercross, as in if you're looking at like, oh, you got to hit this big triple or quad or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, don't just do it the second day you're at a Supercross track.
Yeah.
I'd say would be the thing. Like when I spoke to, like Jay Wilson, he's a pretty smart guy as well.
Yeah.
When it comes to this sort of stuff, and I spoke to him about Supercross and said, man, I don't want the learning curve of just eating crap.
Which seems to be the common factor with a lot of these younger guys learning Supercross.
All right, all wrapped up from the Moto Limited show. Pretty cool podcast, just chatting to the guys about dirt bikes and everything that we got going on. But we're parked up now. About 20 minutes down the road, we found a gym to go to. So I haven't been able to get to the gym for the last week, but need to get in a lower body session so that I keep that adaptation there. So I'm going to go smash that out now, and then from here we're heading to the Sunshine Coast, back to the old stomping grounds for a bit. Going to get some riding in there this week before heading to Bundaberg for my mum's 50th. Not sure if you guys can hear us that well. It's raining, we're in the van, but yeah, we drove till about 1 a.m. last night, so had a bit of a sleep in this morning, just grabbed a quick coffee. Got a My Pit board order, so I'm going to go post that. And then we'll go into the Sunshine Coast to do some mountain hiking. Something we always like to do, Glasshouse Mountains, got some epic climbs there, so we're going to do that for a bit of cross training today, but the weather's kind of crap. So probably just do some emails, gym, and then might, I don't know, watch a movie or something like that. Do a bit more of a chill sort of day today, so yeah. Alright, just pulled up Sunny Coast here at Athletic Base. Can't come to the Sunny Coast without visiting Emil from here. Just doing a quick recovery ride today, having a chat to Emil about my program. We'll come in for a bigger session tomorrow, but tomorrow we're also doing motos, so just want a light day today so that my motos are quality for tomorrow. We're out at my mate Pete's place today. Pretty cool. I haven't been here for years, and he just said, yep, come on out. So not at all what I remember. It's a lot tighter and the track's brutal. It's been ridden a lot and it's pretty rough, chopped out, and it's like, it's not super high speed, so it's like it's hard to really just charge in and get a flow. And it's just I just did a 20-minute warm-up then and just felt horrible the whole time, and it's just like I'm really not gelling with the track. So it's just one of those days where just going to have to embrace it a bit. I'm going to go do a 30-minute moto now, and just see if I can try to feel something. It's just like the conditions are unmotivating, but I know like if I was feeling it, or if you like the top guys were here, they'd be killing it around the track still. So I've got to try to figure out these technical conditions, because as you guys have seen in old videos, I've said that that's when I struggle, is in these super technical conditions. So hopefully I can figure it out and not look like a complete goon in this video. It's brutal. Alright, so obviously since round one we haven't been able to come back. Me and Michaela have pretty well been on the road the whole time. So that leaves me little time to come in and see Emil, which obviously makes it a little bit harder. We do talk to each other on the phone and through the app a little bit, but it just, yeah, obviously in person's always better. So while I'm at the coast, I made sure I come down seeing Emil here at Athletic Base. And just, I've been struggling a little bit on the bike, trying to keep in a good position, like my bum back, head forward, like a coach all the time, and that's the position I want to stay in. The acceleration of the 450 is so strong that I really struggle to stay in that position. So I was just chatting to Emil about that, and he thinks it's
Yeah, we sort of went through and identified that Joel had a few weak links, especially sort of through that posterior chain that we sort of hold those strong sort of hinge positions in on the motocross bike. So we just tweaked the program to pretty much target exactly those sort of key weak links, especially like during your season. Like we really just want to be focusing on the areas that are going to help him perform in the next round and the rounds following.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. Yep.
Yeah. So the hip issues that I have, Emil sort of identified, it's like turning my glute off a little bit. Like I'm not super strong on my posterior chain, and I dominate with my quads more, which makes it super tough for those positions like just explained. So a bit of that, and then we went over some shoulder stuff because obviously I hurt my shoulder at round 1, and I'm not the biggest guy anyway, so we want to be able to get back in the gym and train that. So a bit of release work around the shoulder, and I think we'll have the program dialed in.
Alright guys, so made it here to Bundaberg for my mum's 50th. Gonna wrap the video up here. Been a cool few weeks, definitely got a heap of motos in, feeling stronger on the bike already, so I'm going to keep that momentum going. Just going to ride this bit of a grass track today, so we're not going to get much of a filming in, but yeah, we'll be back for the week prep for Maitland.